to save you time and money. We have the gorgeous, fabulous Venessa Minkley for her first ever live. Welcome, Venessa.
Hi, John. How are you?
Good to be here. Good to have you here. There's lots of information you have. You had a very successful digital boost workshop last month, and this is kind of continuing on from that because there was some value. Had how many people did you have registered?
We had 224 registered and over 80% attended, and a bunch of them actually said that they would like me to come on and present again. So, yeah, didn't manage to get through all of them, but and probably won't get through everything today. But there'll be a PDF afterwards that John will talk about.
Indeed. So, first of all, we want to find out who is Venessa Minkley. Maybe a few things about you that those watching don't know about you.
So I've been in New Zealand 20 years, originally from South Africa. I grew up in Durban, immigrated out of Cape Town. At the time when we arrived in 2002, my son was only 7 months old. My two kids now are 18 and 21. So that son who was 7 months old is now 21. He's doing an engineering apprenticeship, and my daughter's currently studying and working part-time, both in Auckland. And I'm currently house sitting down in Lake Hawea. And since 2006, I've been a single mum and been self-employed most of that time. So I've got a really good understanding of what it's like and, what to do, what not to do, and so forth. So, I'm excited to share some tips with you today, some of what you may know and some of what you may not.
Excellent. Just on your microphone, if you could just pull your necklace just over the top of the microphone, just so it's doing a bit of clicking. There we go. That'll be better. In terms of the 369 Collective, what is that, and how do you solve problems for your clients?
Yeah, so back in 2020, when I was working as a contractor for a digital marketing web business, I found that a lot of people that inquired with me about the various services had some very poor experiences and had wasted a lot of their money. And now for a small business, 5,000 or 11,000 or 30,000 is a lot of money. And often it was their last budget. And, I had a lot of these small businesses in tears. And so I decided that I wanted to be in control of the quality of the services, the pricing, the long-term customer service. And so I decided to I just wanted to put an end to that, right? And have a place where small business could come to get, for me to share my 30 years experience in sales and marketing, and then also have the right people in place should you need those services, so that you have a safe place to tell your story once. And I then basically will then debrief whoever I think is going to benefit your business the most.
Perfect. And you're doing just that. So
absolutely.
We are going to share the 5 small business hacks, or as many as we can, to fit up 20, 25 minutes. And as Venessa said, if you comment below in any of the channels where I think we're live on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and into some groups as well. If you are on the channel, comment below or just say, send me the document, and she'll be able to send you that PDF document so you can get that value plus more. Let's dive into those hacks. Venessa, what is your first one?
So Chrome extensions are quite helpful. Chrome extensions are quite good because they get saved in your browser and you don't have to leave the application that you're in. So say, for instance, you're on Facebook, you're writing a post and you've written some stuff, but you're not quite sure if the wording is quite right. There's a Chrome extension called WordTune. Now, WordTune has a little icon that follows you everywhere, whether you're an email, text, it doesn't really matter where you are. As long as you're on desktop, it actually will follow you around. All you do is you highlight the text, and it'll give you several options of how to say it differently. And often, it's actually quite clever. And it'll give you 3 or 4 options. You click on the option that you want, and it'll actually change the whole paragraph or sentence or headline or whatever it is that you're trying to. Sometimes you just want to say things in a different way. Or sometimes you see somebody else that's written something and you think, oh, that's exactly what I want to say, but I don't want to copy that, and I want to rephrase it. So that's a great one.
Of course, being a video fan, I see that Loom. I've obviously seen people use Loom. That's a Chrome extension, yeah.
Yeah, so Loom's another Chrome extension, and if you actually go to your Chrome extension bar, you can pin it, so you can actually pin it so you can get to it, so you don't have to go to the extensions bar. And Loom's great. You can record up to 25 videos, 5 minutes each, and you can just go back and just delete the ones that you don't want anymore to make space, so you don't have to actually upgrade. And that's great if you wanted to teach someone something, you wanted to show your assistant or your VAs, what you wanted done. If you wanted to record a presentation, all that kind of thing. Troubleshoot, if you're troubleshooting an application and you want to show the people, look, this is what's happening for me. Loom is a great way. Yeah.
Good. And I think I'll be using Loom for what we started talking about before we started this live.
Absolutely.
Exactly the right tool. Maybe one other, you've got some choices: Momentum, Go Full Page, or Bold Font.
Yeah. So Momentum is a really cool app. It's not a productivity one, but it opens when you open a new tab on a Chrome browser. It is customized to you. So will say, "Hello, Venessa. What do you want to achieve today?" It allows you to type in the checklist, and you can actually tick it off, and it'll say, "Well done." And then it's got a quote of the day, which is an inspirational quote. It's a really cool way to share things a little bit more exciting in your day. So I quite like that one. That one you have to Google, though. You won't find it in the Chrome store, but it is a Chrome application.
Okie dokie. Hack number 2 is, well, I think most small business owners have heard of this one, but I think, are they maximizing it to its full potential? And that is Google My Business or Google My Business Profile. I've probably had a couple of changes of name in recent months. What's your tips on Google My Business?
Yeah, so Google My Business, if you don't have one and you Google your business, often it is there already, and all you do is you go and claim it. There's various ways they want to address verify you, so make sure that you're actually in New Zealand. Now, there are companies overseas that do this, and they just choose a New Zealand address, but it still gives you trust and authority under Google. So you claim it, you fill in all your information, and you can use it like social media for Google. So it's called Google Business Profile now because they've now linked in Google Maps search. So even if you don't want to put your home address, if you work from home, just put the street, the suburb, and the city. That's enough. You can verify by text message, by email. You don't have to get a postcard anymore. So postcard is quite old school. So I would recommend that you go there at least 3 times a week, post an offer, post an update, link your products, link your services, put the hyperlink to your website. It's going to help you with your Google rankings and Google search.
And how often, being a content creator, how often should we be posting in Google Business Profile?
At least 3 times a week. I would post there 3 times a week. If you've got an offer, you can actually put the date that the offer starts, even the time, and the date that the offer ends. You can put a link to the offer. Now, that link could be anything. It could be to a sales page. It could be to your website. It could be to really any external link. It could be to book an appointment. So it gives you the opportunity to put that there. For products, you can also put a voucher code. So you could actually put a voucher code. So yeah, go to my website, put this voucher code in, and get this discount. And it really does help. You can put, if you've got a physical location, put photos of your shop front, all that kind of thing. But go in and fill all your fields in, which includes your services or your products.
Great hack there. Number 3 is a bugbear of mine, and you're always punching into Mr. Google. What is the size of a particular post? I know, so for most LinkedIn posts, it was always, I'd say it's 16:9 or 1080 by 1980 by 1080. But is there a fastest way to kind of work out where are all the different sizes and where you should use them?
Yeah, so I mean, I use Canva, which is there's a free version and there's a paid version. The paid version is $20 a month, New Zealand, $19.99, and it's well worth it. It'll save you a small fortune on graphic design and that kind of thing. And once you've added your brand kit in there, I generally create a square image for Instagram, and that image works fine on LinkedIn. It also works fine on Facebook. For Google My Business, they want a rectangle. All right, so if you put a square image over 720, it's going to cut the top and the bottom off. Google My Business is quite is very forgiving with videos. So what if you create a video for Instagram, 1080 by 1080, it's going to work on Facebook, it's going to work on Google My Business, it's going to work on LinkedIn. And if you create a story on Instagram story, that's going to work fine as a Facebook story, and it's also going to work fine as a Pinterest pin. It's not the perfect sizes, but it works fine. So you don't have to create so many different images for different platforms. A lot of them are, that. So in the PDF, the exact sizes are there, and you can have a look at that if you're interested.
One of my bugbears is putting external links into captions or post copy. What's your opinion across the social media channels?
So Facebook doesn't like when you put an external link in a caption, because you're essentially asking the person to leave the Facebook platform, and Facebook wants you to stay on the platform. Now, it's the same for LinkedIn. It's the same for Instagram. Is limiting. You need 10,000 followers before a link will actually even work. So my tip is, if you are trying to build a personal brand, make your personal Facebook public, and don't share external links in the actual caption, but just put the CTA in the caption saying link in comments. So as long as you put the link in the comments, there's no problem. All your links, you can put all your external links in your personal bio, no problems. And if you've got a group or a business page, external links are fine in the caption, no problem. They only just will punish you, not punish you, but they'll limit your reach if you do it in your personal profile.
And it's exactly the same from LinkedIn. I was talking to somebody just yesterday, and I was saying to him, please don't put external links in I call it the post copy, in the top half of the post, because again, the algorithm wants its viewers to stay within the platform. Just write that simple line. If you want to find out more, link in the comments. But LinkedIn, there is a way. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, LinkedIn doesn't even like it on business pages. So it's always best to put those comments, or just say link in bio, and make sure that all your links are in your bio. But I often just put it in the comments, because it's quicker for someone to click on the comment than it is for them to go and look through your bio. So just put the links there in the comments, and people can click on it if they want.
Good. The last one I've got here is client and prospect data. Tell me more about that.
Yes, I mean, I speak to a lot of small businesses, and I say to them, do you use email marketing as part of your marketing? And many of them don't. And then yeah, I mean, that's gold. This stuff is gold. This stuff is away from algorithms. It's away from, so you are in control of this list. If Facebook goes down, or your account gets suspended, doesn't matter. You can still email your list. So a lot of e-commerce businesses are sitting with a database of customers that have purchased, or people that have inquired, and they're doing nothing with that information. So your return on investment for social media is about 0.7%. It goes right up to between 4 and 18% in email. And you can use email for. I recommend having a lead magnet. Everyone's got some advice. Create a lead magnet. Convert it to a PDF, create a sales page, and make that available for free. And if people find value in it, they will give you their email address and their name. That will go into a database. Then put them into a nice email, a nurture sequence, and you'll be able to have opportunities once you've gained their trust, and they see that you're providing value. And then you can start introducing your offers, your upsells, your bumps, those kinds of things. But use the data. Don't not use the data. And if you don't know which email programs are the best in terms of deliverability, then speak to me. But MailChimp is not one of them. MailChimp is one of the worst. So if you're using MailChimp, have a chat to me, and I'll recommend ones that have much better deliverability. And it comes down to the spam filters trust. So spam filters don't trust MailChimp that much, because it's not coming directly from your domain. It's coming from their server. So it actually makes a very big difference. I mean, why would you send an email out to 2,000 people if it's only going to get delivered to 10% of them? You want it to be delivered to at least 80% of them. And that's what I'm able to achieve using SendGrid or MailerLite. Those are the two that I recommend.
And some great tips that I learned from a bit of an email master in Glenn Edley was, if you use video within your email, and you can just use almost like a GIF and then it's just like a YouTube clip in the back end of it, and then you actually put in the subject line parenthesis video inside, it will increase your open rates
Absolutely,
tenfold.
because people are limited in terms of time, and sometimes it's quicker to watch a video, or even if you're playing a video, you can actually get on with other stuff and just listen to it. And so that's why video is quite good. And if you upload to Vimeo or YouTube, you can actually get an embedded code, and you can put that into your email. That's better than trying to upload it into the email, because that's just going to make the email massive, and it's going to bounce to just about everybody's inbox. So don't upload the video, stream it from either from Vimeo or from YouTube, or embed the code. And both those applications will actually give you the code. It's just a simple copy and paste into the email. So yeah, that's really easy to do.
What about some of your favorite subject lines? Have obviously, again, people tend to write the most boring subject lines ever by, here is this week's newsletter. Think about how news media use headlines, and use those headlines to start your posts, also in your subject lines.
So you can also get a Chrome extension that actually can either italic or bold your text. And if you actually paste, if you just search bold text in the Chrome extension, a web store, you'll find it. And if you're in an application or you're busy writing an email, you write what you want to write, you copy it, paste it into the extension, it'll bold it or italic it, copy that and put that in. So often just by having a bold email subject, it will stand out from the rest. So if you're looking at your inbox and people go through it, that will stand out. Preview text is very important. So you have your subject line, and then you have your preview text. Now, even before they've opened the email, they're going to see the preview text. So that preview text, gift inside, bonus, that kind of thing, just you telling them there's something of added value in there, and it's not going to cost them any money. And so if you have that as your preview, use an emoji as well, not too many, maybe one or two. But the preview is actually almost sometimes more important than the subject line itself, because it'll show first.
Yeah, I'm a big fan now of putting one big emoji that draws the eye to the email in every single email or broadcast that I send to my list. So remember, if you have any questions pertaining to today's 5 business hacks, and you want to get some more information, please, in any of the social media channels you are, just comment below, and Venessa can send you the PDF, which gives you all this information and more. We have got a couple more minutes left, Venessa, and I've run out of your 5 business hacks. Have you got a bonus business hack for us?
Have I got a bonus business hack? I think my bonus business hack is more something that I've learned from. So I managed to grow my business within 5.5 months to 6 figures this year, but I kind of did it the hard way, and I automated late. So my advice is automate early. If you want to, it's not complicated. It's not as complicated as you think. So back in the beginning, I was quoted $4.5 grand, $5 grand, and I just didn't want to pay that kind of money for it. One, because I didn't see the value, and 2, because I just thought, well, if I learn it, then I can teach it. So that's what I've done. I've learned it, so I can teach it, and now I can actually help you build out your first, your first lead magnet, and they are much easier to do than you think. A funnel automation, honestly, it takes a few days, and you'll have your head around it, and you can just start. Because with good software, you can just clone it. So you make one, clone it. You have 4 or 5 different lead magnets. It'll appeal to different people. Startup, someone who's in the research phase, someone who wants to grow, someone who wants to scale. So think about all the different people in your sort of niche or target market, and think what they might find useful. Now, this could be business to consumer or business to business. So, consumer might be, a great way to wake up in the morning and calm your mind, or warm up for the day. And it could be a meditation. It could be honestly anything, but it will be different depending on your business. And in 20-30 minutes, I can help you create that lead magnet. And within an hour, we can do the funnel, the nurture sequence, and we can send out your first email. So it's not difficult. It seems difficult, but it's not.
Yeah,
So,
and look, and just from my perspective, I literally thought, okay, I'm starting to do some podcast coaching now, and I thought, okay, well, I need to give away some value, so I've created a lead magnet of all of the equipment. I set up the landing page, the 6 email sequence, and I did that in roughly 3 hours. Now, admittedly, it was probably 2 days faster than my that's probably my 19th lead magnet that I've done. But you're right, it's about cloning, it's about practicing, and about playing with that landing page. And that, again, it's just a very simple landing page of, here's some information, here's what you're going to get, reiterate what you're going to get, and put your email address in, and it's a natural flow. Make sure you test it at the end.
oh, absolutely, and always test for mobile. So most of these funnel applications will have a desktop and a mobile, and it's got to look good on mobile. And the reason it's got to look good on mobile is because over 60% of all browsing today is done on a mobile, and over 65% is done with the Chrome, using the Chrome browser. So Chrome browser by far, I think there's 3.2 billion people use the Chrome browser. So Chrome extensions are quite widely used, but you can search the store. So it's just Google extensions web store. There's a web store that's got a search, and you can search. There may be other ones that you like, but try Word Tune. If you try just one today, try Word Tune. It is really, it's very clever, and it costs nothing. And it goes with you wherever you go, and you use it if you want to use it, and you don't use it if you don't want to use it. But it's very, very helpful. So yeah, so those are my tips. But in the PDF, there are 15 different hacks, and that's what I presented to the Digital Boost audience, and they loved it. So I'm hoping that you take at least 3 things away today that will help you in terms of your productivity and boosting your online presence. If you just do these little things, and like Google My Business, for instance, I forgot to mention, just repurpose your social media content. If you've worked really hard at creating that content, just repurpose it for Google My Business, LinkedIn, and that kind of thing. You might change the odd few words, but the general gist is it needn't be reinventing the wheel each time.
So much about so much information. I can see there's that head of yours is jam packed full of information. So if you are a small business owner and you want to increase your productivity and your online presence, do connect with Venessa if you haven't already, and do get that that PDF. Thank you so much for your time today, Venessa.
Thank you, John.